Hello, Harvest. I thought I'd share just a few announcements with you via video. One thing I realize is that we haven't really explained how long we're doing our services outdoors. Really, we hope to do this as long as the weather allows. So that hopefully will carry into the fall, at least a little bit. The reason for that is I know there have been all kinds of confusing, conflicting reports about what's helpful, what's not with coronavirus. The one, or at least one thing that I think is not confusing is airflow really helps. We've been blessed with this great piece of property. We have the ability to bring a sound system outside, so we're just going to keep meeting outdoors as long as we can. If it looks like it's going to be rainy, we'll make that call on Saturday. If it's too much rain, we'll shoot out an email, and then we will not gather as a church. We'll only have our online service that we'll post for you, pretty similar to how we have been doing it. We are working on live streaming, meaning that you're getting the service in real time. The goal is to eventually get the whole service, both when we're outdoors and then when we eventually move back indoors. But for now, we're not quite there yet. We've also realized that pre-recording Thursday, the editing, getting all the video together, getting it posted for Sundays, that was hard before we started meeting outside. Now that we're meeting outside, trying to do both is really difficult, and it's become a strain on staff and some of our key volunteers that have been helping us with that. So we can't keep pre-recording. So what we're going to do starting this Sunday is we're going to record the sermon while it happens during the service, and then we will post it as soon as we can afterwards. For now, it will only be the sermon. Music won't be a part of it. That may be added later, I'm not sure. But we'll post it as soon as we can. Now, posting it has taken anywhere from, I think our shortest test was 30 minutes. Our longest test was 3 hours. So we'll shoot out an email to you once that's posted. I know for the people that are staying at home, that will really change your Sunday, and I do apologize for that. But in order to keep trying to reach everyone in our church, I think that's the way we need to go. Now, eventually, we'll be live streaming, and we won't have to post later. It'll be live, and you'll be able to see what's going on and hear the sermon, sing along at the same time as us. A few reminders for our outdoor service. It would be great if you could get here early enough to set up your chairs, do whatever you need to do to be ready, because we're really trying to start our services on time. Also, you could move up, you could move closer. It's kind of like indoors where nobody wants to sit in the front row, and here there's not a front row defined, so the front row is like 50, 60 feet back now. So if you could move up, that would be really helpful. I know we have a lot of space. We're not supposed to sit with people that aren't part of our household. We're supposed to social distance. So let's use the space that we have and not give the band or the preacher any reasons to doubt themselves. We do trust that you're self-monitoring. We're not taking your temperature when you come. So if you think you even have like just a cold, or certainly if you have a temperature, we ask that you stay home till you're feeling better and then come on back. You may not know this, but the state of Washington has changed its restrictions for religious gatherings that are outdoors. We're no longer limited to 100 people, which means that we don't need to RSVP anymore for our outdoor service. Now, once we do move back indoors months from now, we will have to RSVP again. So it's not that we'll never have to RSVP, but while we're outside, we're not going to have to do that for now. So don't worry about doing that anymore. And then lastly, just a reminder, we need to wear masks when we come. And actually, starting Friday, it sounds like we're wearing masks pretty much everywhere all the time. But as a Christian, I've just been thinking about this. And please don't get me wrong. When I heard we have to wear masks all the time, I was a little bummed, more than a little bummed. But we're wearing masks not for ourselves. I think when we first started wearing masks, at least some of us, including myself, thought, oh, this was to protect me. I don't really need a mask. But it seems like it's pretty clear now that wearing a mask is completely about other people. So as a Christian, I think we should resonate with this. This is serving others. And in our body in particular, we have a lot of vulnerable people. We've got several people dealing with diseases, with cancers right now that makes them extra vulnerable. And some of them, aren't coming because of that, but they still have people in their households that would like to come. So I'm just encouraging us as we come, gather together, let's wear our masks and remember why we're doing it. I love Mark 10:45. It says, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and give his life as a ransom for many." This is what we do as believers. And in some ways, I think we should be leading the charge. And hey, if this helps people, I'm going to do this. Now, I understand there might be times where maybe you need to step away and get a break from your mask, but let's make sure we're doing that away from people so that everyone can come to our service and not be worried about bringing something home to other household members or catching something themselves. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone that's able to come this week. For those of you that aren't able to come yet, I understand. I want you to know that we miss you. I hope everyone is continuing to check in on one another. And certainly if you need anything at all, if there's a way that you think maybe we could help you, will you please contact us and let us know. All right. Love you, Harvest.